do you feel like you're just struggling, like you feel really stuck? And it's really frustrating at the same time as well, because you know that if you got traffic, you know that you would generate business. But you seem to have this skill, this service, or this product to offer, yet you just don't seem to have the people who want to buy it. And you don't really know how to get those people. And you feel like you've tried so many different methods of trying to obtain traffic, yet it's just bringing some sort of real inconsistency, and every single day feels like a really massive struggle. And I get that, because I was in exactly the same position. So welcome, my name's Freshney, and I'm a lead generation expert, and I help business owners just like you find out how they can generate free traffic without spending a penny. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about my story now. So I was in exactly the same position. So many years ago, I would be sat there and I'd be like, I've spent months and months building this and creating this, online service. I'd spent ages creating my sales funnel page, and then I became like so frustrated because I was like, I didn't know how to get traffic. So what did I do? Well, after a long slog at trying to get traffic and it actually not working properly, I might have got some dribs and drabs here and there, but it was just so unpredictable. And I just felt I can't operate like this. I mean, me and my partner would constantly have arguments. I'd be saying to him, please understand that this month I might not quite make it. Financially, you might have to support me a little bit. And literally the fireworks that would go off in our house because of that situation was just ridiculous. And I came from a background literally with, no qualifications in lead generation, no qualifications in sales, and I even think to this day, I'm not even much of an expert. All I've known how to do is to create a strategy that would create predictable traffic to my products and to my services. And let me tell you something, I'm super lazy. So when I was creating this formula, this strategy, I knew that it had to be super simple and straightforward. I wanted something that didn't take a lot of time. And at first I was sat there thinking, Clay, you're dreaming. Like people don't make, thousands and thousands of pounds literally sat on their feet doing nothing. But then there was some people who were sat there doing nothing. So I sat there and thought, well, maybe this is possible. And I even started to look at Facebook ads. But I soon realised that I was doing it all wrong. And I was doing it wrong because I'd created a product and then was trying to find my buyer. And I just realised that this was completely backwards. So what I needed to have done is I needed to find my buyer and the needs of the user before I created my product. And suddenly it was like a switch had been flicked in my mind. It was like, well, I know how to now generate traffic, because if I can find what my audience want first, before I get too hung up on it's got to be this, because I was sat in my own head, overthinking the situation, trying to come up with this, ideal solution. And actually I realised you don't have to do that. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to sit there and create this product yourself. You need to actually take a user-centric approach to your lead generation. And when you do this and you do this effectively, what you find is you start attracting users to you. Literally, they come to you. And this is what I'm teaching. This is the method that I'm now teaching, because I don't want those arguments anymore in my family. And also, I don't want to have that pressure and worry on my shoulders every single day of thinking, like, how am I going to make some money this month? I don't know if any of you felt like that before, but I've certainly been in that position, and it's a horrible, horrible feeling. Some months I'd be like, whoa, we can sit back, we can go for meals this month, we can go out and we can have fun. Other months I'd be like, oh my God, I'd be scraping the barrel thinking, how am I going to survive? We're literally, how are we going to be able to afford to pay our mortgage? How? And that's when it kind of like got me thinking, and I was like, I just can't live like this. I just need to find an answer. And 10 years ago, I created my own design agency. So this is going back, 10 years now, and I had a user experience design agency. I still do to this day. And when I was trying to generate leads, I was trying to generate leads for that business. So I'm here telling you a true story of how I have created leads for my business. And then what I did is, once I actually created this strategy, I then decided to test it with all different types of services, business, you name it, and it actually works. And it was amazing. So I'm not sat here trying to tell you that I can create leads because I've made a success from making leads and selling this service to you. I've actually had a physical business that has operated where I have got leads to. And that business still runs to this day. I get all of my business on LinkedIn for that business. It's high ticket, £5,000 to £10,000 minimum per lead. And some of those clients who hire me might hire me on a 6-month basis. So if somebody's paying me £10,000, my last project that I did with a client was £10,000, £10,800 to be exact, per month for 6 months, just from one client. Now, because some months I was like, well, I'm quite happy just kind of like have one client per month. But then the other months I was like thinking, well, what if I had 3 or 4 clients who were all paying me that exact amount? I was like, well, and then the cogs start ticking and you think, oh my God, I could actually make some money here. And to do this though, I needed that predictable system in place. And also, I was in a position where I literally had like less than £50 in my bank when I first started out. And I was like, well, I know all these gurus keep telling me to invest, but I don't have any money to invest. So what can I do? And that is why I created this formula, traffic takeoff, because actually to be able to start getting some headway with this, you need to actually be able to take off. At the moment, you're just sat on the runway and you're just not making any progress. You need to actually take off. And so I have people who have taken, all the training that I've given them, and they're consistent with it. And they're generating results. They're getting calls booked in and they're making money. But let me tell you something. These people are actually dedicated to it. A lot of people who join my training will not implement. And I know that might sound crazy, but people just don't take action. And most people, when they start this program, they actually start making and booking calls in within the first few days and start making sales within the first week or 2. So the investment that you spend on this just means that you're going to start to make sales pretty rapidly. So if you are interested, please hit the button below and see you later.